Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Rosalie's Kitchen. Here we are in the beautiful month of October and the air is brisk and we are thinking about pumpkin, cinnamon, sugar, all those good things. So my name's Rosalie. I am the author of Rosalie's Serving Best Loved Italian, Rosalie's Serving Country, and I have another cookbook, but it is currently out of print. But the recipe that I'm going to share with you today is not in either one of these cookbooks. So I want to make for you a beautiful 4-layer pumpkin torte cake. It is so good. So I just can't wait to share that with you, and come on in and get your notepad, or better yet, just go to my website in a few hours here and I'll put this recipe up. Okay, so you want to start with a package of Duncan Hines Classic Yellow Cake Mix. And be sure to get the one without pudding, because we're going to add a small container here of your instant vanilla pudding. So you want to put that together in your KitchenAid over here and just swirl that around to mix it up. You want 2 buttered, and usually I flour these, but I did sprinkle some powdered sugar in there. So they're buttered and they have the powdered sugar and they're ready for our cake. So you want 2 round-inch cake pans just like this. Okay, we'll put those up here. And now, this cake is so simple. We just start adding our ingredients, and then we go ahead and mix it all up. You want to start off with 4 eggs, so you just go ahead and put that in, just like so, and make sure they're nice and large eggs. Some people love that room temperature, which is fine. If you don't have it at room temperature, it's not going to hurt anything. So you slowly start your mixer. Now then, you're going to add a half a cup of sour cream. So let's just lift this up just a second, because we can get it in there a whole lot easier. So go ahead and put in your sour cream. Sour cream in these cakes just makes it so flaky and tender. It's just a wonderful additive. You can add that to most any box cake that you make. Just a half a cup of your sour cream. Next, you want to add a half a cup of your mild olive oil. Just place that right in there. And a 1/3 cup of your water. Okay, and now we're just going to give that a good mix up, and then we're going to add to that a half a cup of pumpkin. And so what I did was I just took a can of pumpkin, put it in this container, and usually a can of pumpkin yields 2 cups of your pureed pumpkin. So we just want a cup of this in here, and again we're just going to unlock, lift up, and put in a cup, and we can kind of eyeball that. You want a cup left remaining for your filling, but you're going to go ahead and put your cup in, and that is a cup of pumpkin right there. And before we put it down again, we do want a half a teaspoon of our pumpkin pie spice and a half a teaspoon of our cinnamon. So we're going to put that in, and let's check our recipe over here, make sure we got everything in, and a teaspoon of our pure vanilla. Be sure that you use pure vanilla, because you really want the best taste when you're making your cakes. Pure vanilla is delicious. Alright, unless you're lucky to go down there to Mexico and bring that wonderful vanilla back. Okay, so now that is it, and we are just going to slowly get it started, and then we will speed it up a little bit, and we'll scrape down the sides, and then we'll evenly put it in our rounds, so that these layers are going to be perfectly, I hope. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Bye. So okay guys, this batter is beautiful. I just took it off, and it actually makes 5½ cups if you use one of these containers here. So, and actually it almost goes up to the top, so you might say 6. So this is important. You want these layers to be evenly distributed, so that when you cut these in half, your 4 layers are pretty even, and they look so much better than when you go to put your filling in your cake. So you want to evenly divide these 2, and then when you spread it out, just eyeball it and see how even they both are. And you still have a little bit more, so you want to make sure that they're really even here. And this one looks like it may have just a tad more batter in it. and I believe that it does. So you could even do this by cups and make sure that you did it that way. But you do want these layers to be pretty even so that when you go to cut it, you're going to get a much better look on your torte. So that looks pretty well distributed evenly to me. We will bake this cake here about 28 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And then we'll be back and we'll put our wonderful filling in it. I think you guys are really going to love this fall dessert. Everybody loves pumpkin, and we're always looking for something just a little bit different than our traditional pumpkin pie. So that looks pretty good to me, and I hope you agree. We got them pretty well even. All right, we'll see you in a minute, maybe two. Bye. Okay, so our cakes are beautiful. They've just come out of the oven about 2 hours ago, and I have cooled them. We won't cut them yet, but over here in our mixer, I put 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And we're just going to let that go slow for a little while here. I had it up, as you can see, a little bit high and it splattered. But you want it to go and make a really good, thick, heavy cream. Okay? So this filling really is your creation. You might want to add a little bit more of something, maybe a little bit more of the pumpkin that we're going to add, or maybe a little more cinnamon. And that's up to you, because everybody likes a cinnamon, or rather they like a pumpkin pie their own way. Sometimes light on the spices, sometimes heavy. So you just kind of work with this filling, okay? This is 1.5 cups of your powdered sugar, and we're going to add that right over here to our whipped cream. We're going to turn it up just a little bit now, and we're going to get a good heavy whipped cream, right like so. This is 1.5 cups of whipped cream, 1.5 cups of your powdered sugar. So that's our base, and that's going to make a wonderful, thick, heavy cream right here. Okay? So we'll be back when this is really good and thick, and then we'll add our spices. All right. See you in a minute. This is, and how this whipped cream is so nice. It sticks to your spoon, and that's what you wanted. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add, I chose this mascarpone cheese. You can also use Philadelphia cream cheese. But remember, we had 1.5 cups of our powdered sugar, 1.5 cups of our heavy cream, and now we're going to use 1.5 of these wonderful cartons. And this cream is just beautiful. Very, very, very creamy. A little bit different from your cream cheese. So we're going to go ahead and do a carton and a half of this one. Okay. And we're going to add our teaspoon of sugar. I'm sorry, our teaspoon of pure vanilla. So let's just kind of eyeball that. Okay. And let's now just easily, I mean not very hard, easily mix that beautiful cheese in with your cream. And then remember, we had a cup of our pumpkin left from, we put a cup in the cake, and then we have a cup left here. So we're going to use about 1/2 cup first, taste it, and see if we like it just like that. Okay, and as you can see, this is really going together beautiful now. Really, really nice and smooth. And that's what we wanted. So we'll kick it up just a little bit here. And you want your filling really to be the hit of this cake. The cake is delicious on its own, but we want a great, beautiful filling here. Okay. So we're just going to lift this up now and see how beautiful that has all gone in together. Okay, we're going to start with just 1/2 cup of our pumpkin instead of the whole cup. And maybe just a dash of our cinnamon here, if I can even find it. Alright, so I had it, and now I don't know where it is. Here it is. Okay, so let me grab a little spoon here. We're going to put just a dash of our cinnamon, not much at all. Maybe about 1/8 here. 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't know if you can see that going in. Okay. And now we're going to complete this. And I did believe we put in our cinnamon. So now we've got a gorgeous filling, and we are going to cut these cakes in half and fill this beautiful, beautiful dessert. As I said, and you taste this cream, if you want it a little more spicy, then please help yourself, okay? All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so we're getting ready now to cut our I can't even talk. Our layers in half. Okay, so I've got a serrated edge knife right here, and you can do this very quickly and easily, and it'll just come out beautiful. Just keep on turning your pedestal here, and when you get all through that, you can feel it. You can lift it up easily and just put it over on the side, and you can begin your filling. Okay, so here we are with our first layer. And we did keep our filling pretty bland, but like I said, now when you make this, you can add more cinnamon, more spices, if you like, maybe even a little tad of lemon juice or orange juice. But I've just kind of got it a little bit rich here and bland. I put in a half a cup of the pumpkin, and I did put in a half a teaspoon of our cinnamon. So this is how you want to start this now. And this one is kind of falling apart on us, but it's going to be okay. Just come right on over and lift it over. Put your little piece back there that kind of fell off. And just continue these layers. And then we will see what we've got. All right, hon. We'll be back. Okay, guys, so we're back, and look at this beautiful tart. And like I said, this is a little mild, but you can spice it up with a little pumpkin pie spice if you'd like, or additional cinnamon. Okay, and now what I have done is I have just candied these pecans like I always do, right on my stove with a tablespoon of sugar, and I just watched it let the medium heat go up till it candied. You can see how it's kind of sticking together, so you want to go ahead and just put that right on the top of your cake. Beautiful candied pecans, look at this. And if you happen to have some cinnamon sugar, which I always keep some, and this is a tablespoon of cinnamon in a cup of sugar. So we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that over the top. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous tart. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. And if that wasn't enough, I picked up this. It's called Coronado Cajeta, and it's made with goat milk. It is a wonderful sweet and caramel topping. Has no high fructose corn syrup in it. All right, so what you can do now is just gently go ahead and drizzle, if this will do it now. Come on, you have to kind of get it going. All right, so you want to drizzle a little bit of this right across the top, and that is your tart. You could even let it go down the side if you'd like. Okay, and we might do that a couple of places here. All right, wow guys, look at this. It is beautiful, and it's ready to eat. And this is a gorgeous 4-layer pumpkin tart. All right. Okay, guys, come back and see me again in my kitchen. Remember to go to www.rosalieservant.com. All right. Beautiful tart. It's all for your fall celebrations. All right. Love you guys. Bye.